Ladies and gentlemen, we are back and we'd like to take this time to apologize for that slight technical delay. Like I said, we are live, we are digital, anything can happen. And the worst did happen. We got hit with a power outage. This is what happens when you are in a studio that uses prepaid airtime. We thought prepaid electricity. We thought that it was load shedding, but we could hear the neighbors watching Skim Sam and laughing. Until then we had to get the airtime voucher for the electricity. It was 28 numbers. We finally loaded it on and we're back. No, ladies and gentlemen, on a more serious note, we did experience load shedding. Our area is experiencing load shedding. Our Jenny is up and running. We do apologize for that slight technical delay. We're back now. Please remember, we want to know that you're there. So please interact with us in the chat box. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like comments. We'd like questions. Anything from your side, please direct it to the chat box. We want to know that you're there. Please do engage with us. So what I'm going to do now, ladies and gentlemen, is hand you over to our keynote speaker. I'm going to take this time to reintroduce him. He's truly an African legend, and he deserves another warm welcome to our digital stage. So ladies and gentlemen, our keynote speaker is none other than the African legend, Dr. Matthews Phosa. He's an attorney, a politician. He's also a former premier of Mpumalanga. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together, make some noise, go crazy wherever you are, just clap, cheer, scream. Your family must be like, you must be like, you don't understand. Dr. Matthews Phosa is about to go on. So please, ladies and gentlemen, put your digital hands together, make some noise, and give it up for the one, the only member of the National Executive Committee and of the African National Congress, the one and only Dr. Matthews Phosa. Dr.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from various parts of the country where you're listening to this input. Thank you for the honor of hosting this conference today, this time, by where he says, it is so easy to break down and destroy. The heroes are those who make peace and build, close quote. Let me start by calling on us to support our government's efforts to deploy police and soldiers, particularly in the provinces of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng. And we must encourage them to work with communities to ensure that the situation is returned to normal and that the violence and lootings are stopped and prevented. Let us commend our communities, taxi owners and residents across the country who combat against the masses of looters and to build a wall of defense to stop the damage to the property as an economic damage and rampant looting. Our hearts and our words of gratitude go to the communities of Soweto who defended Maponya Mall, community of Peter Retief and all over the country of Nelspruit, where the taxi owners and drivers prevented looting in various centers of our country. They are good examples, good citizens. These are our shining stars and the frontline soldiers of our democracy. We need to ensure that as efforts are intensified to stop the looting, stop the damage of property, all health protocols and social distancing measures, including the wearing of masks, are observed to prevent further spread of coronavirus pandemic. We are currently facing a number of daunting challenges in our rainbow nation, some of which are deeply interwoven. These challenges could be summarized as follows: the coronavirus, the current lawless looting, thuggery, and wanton destruction of assets and property, institutionalized corruption in all tiers and enterprises of government, rising poverty and unemployment. These call upon us not to react emotionally, but to strategize very carefully and say to ourselves, how do we create jobs? How do we find poverty? How do we make sure our people live in peace and stability? There's lack of decisive leadership at various levels. We should decide now We cannot look the other way. We must take on the bull by its horn, the bull of hunger, the bull of poverty, the bull of unemployment. The people to whom we promise to provide a better life for all are angry with government, are angry with all of us, but the majority of them have followed the constitutional and legal and human rights channel available to them. They did not resort to crime. A small minority, whether organized or spontaneous, have taken to the route of theft, murder, arson, and the ugly demons of regionalism, tribalism, and fake information have reared their ugly heads amidst the chaos and lawlessness. Our nation will take long to recover from this untold, costly mayhem inflicted upon us. Our reaction as leaders to the challenges of the virus, initiating looting and burning and corruption have not covered us in glory. In some instances, we seem to have hesitated or looked the other way, or preferred structural investigation rather than action. Inasmuch as we must hold the criminals liable who took us to the edge of chaos, we must also hold those responsible who did not, through either word or action, seem to grasp the enormity of the problems facing us. I will not associate myself with those who find it reassuring to blame apartheid, past human experimentation, or lack of resources for our inability to act decisively in the face of this massive onslaught from various quarters. What does apartheid have to do with you looting a shop or stealing or killing your neighbor? When the chips are down, and we sometimes need to put constituency and narrow politics aside and do the right thing and do them right. That, in the majority of cases, means that we have to shorten the space between identification of the problem and the quick shaping and implementation of the solution. We cannot, as leaders, appear as if the huge challenges facing ordinary South Africans do not affect us. We must share their anger, ensure that we do both through emotions and decisive action. The triple evils of unemployment, poverty, and hunger need to be looked into the eyes and addressed. We can no longer look that way. The challenges outlined above have only served to starkly illustrate the sharp contrast between the haves, often in government, and the have-not, who are cold, hungry, without transport, short of money and sustainable abode. Today, it's more. There's no food, there's no bread, there's no fuel. These are some of the new challenges which is emerged from this looting and violence. Having said that, my own wish and prayer for our country, South Africa, is a country where we live in peace, where we create stability, and where we show our diligent seriousness with the agenda of improving lives and livelihoods for all. We do have leaders in both government and business that respect their sacred duty to serve with all energy and resources. I call them servant leadership. We need to mobilize those servant leadership and address these challenges. We should identify them and place them in positions where their first priorities are not their salaries and their benefits, but the plight of the downtrodden, the plight of the poor, the hungry, and the unemployed. We are a strong nation that has overcome many ills and challenges in the past, and will also do so in the future. And I want to say, this also shall pass. It is not a choice, but a duty and a privilege to accept that from position of leadership and comfort. We now need those leaders and ordinary citizens who don't see race or religion or status or tribe, but see opportunity to turn tragedy into triumph. That is the challenge facing South Africa today, turning tragedy into triumph. Let us take hands now and use all our energies and resources to bring us back onto the road to peace, the road to stability, the road to prosperity, and respect for one another. We have the right to ask ourselves where the ultimate responsibility for this chaos lies and make future choices accordingly. We are entitled to the answers who are behind this violence and looting and murder and mayhem. In closing, I wish to congratulate the individuals, and companies receiving awards tonight. We're proud of you. You are the champions and leaders in transformation in our country. The shining stars in the firmament of darkness at this hour of need. Well done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Posa, for that inspiring message and for your kind words. I truly wish that our South African spirit comes together and we can truly come together and rebuild and help each other rebuild our businesses. I really hope that South Africans do come together in this time of need and help each other to recover and to rebuild. Thank you so much for those inspiring and kind words. This year, we are presenting a Lifetime Achievement Award to a very special person.
Looked at me now, it would not find contradictions in the core values of service and using opportunities to transform. Yes, of course, I'm older and wiser and far less bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
As you know, Top Empowerment Awards this year is just a few days before Madiba's birthday. The criteria for the Lifetime Achiever Award takes into account the principles President Mandela embodied. The criteria are a person who has made a pivotal contribution to the development of South Africa and the continent, has made a contribution to boost the business sector, including a focus on the growth of SMEs, has made a contribution to social development of the country, combines business with philanthropy, empowers others, has ensured South Africa has made an international impact in forums such as the World Economic Forum, is concerned with the environment, governance, and society at large, and has demonstrated active engagement in ensuring sustainability in these areas, has been publicly recognized throughout their career for their contribution to the South African society and economy, is an inspirational role model. This year, the recipient of the Top Empowerment Lifetime Achievement Award is someone who has selflessly demonstrated vision, leadership, and action for empowerment and transformation. Our judging panel unanimously voted that at this, the 20th anniversary of the awards, it is fitting that the Lifetime Achievement Award should be presented to Trevor Manuel. Congratulations, Mr. Manuel.
I'd like to thank Top Empowerment Awards for the honor you have bestowed on me. I must admit I'm a bit ambivalent about receiving the reward. Firstly, because I think that Lifetime Achievement Awards should be handed out when people are closer to the pearly gates, and I hope nobody's making a call about where I am relative to the gates now. I think that when you hand a Lifetime Achievement Award, you need to know that there's no chance that the recipient will go bad thereafter. So let's take the risk. I also am aware of who the previous recipients of the award are, and I'm humbled to be included in their company. So thank you very, very much. I also accept the award on behalf of the many, many unrecognized heroes and heroines of our nation. Having said that, the opportunity of this awards event is a moment to consider what we are sensing. It's a difficult time in the life of our nation, to reflect on the journey and how we are deviating from where we ought to be, and then to use this moment to renew our commitment to where we want to be. I've been requested to reflect on my personal journey, and I have a genuine discomfort with this, but I'll try to be obedient to the request. I started out as an activist in the community where I was born and raised. I engaged with others and we built various organizations, each a progression on the other and each presenting opportunities and responsibilities for leadership and action. From the community to a provincial and eventually a national activist role, I and others with me stepped up to responsibility. It remains important to see these steps as opportunities for responsibility rather than moments for honor or indulgence. I spent about 25 years of my life in governmental responsibilities, 20 years in cabinet and parliament, preceded by a few years of honing the skills and followed by a few years of phasing out some, especially international responsibilities. Now I devote my time and resources to governance in the private sector and to continue plow back by serving on commissions or occasional teaching. In these reflections, I'd like to believe that my life is a continuum. I'd like to believe that if my 18-year-old self looked at me now, it would not find contradictions in the core values of service and using opportunities to transform. Yes, of course, I'm older and wiser and far less bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And yes, I'm able to address my responsibilities and revert to values, having lost much of the ideology that I clung to in my youth. But the core values, which are about service, remain intact. For the benefit of hindsight of the journey I've been on, I remain convinced that the most important element of leadership is the strength of the undercarriage of values. If indeed this is strong, one can rely on it to enable decision-making, especially of the tough decisions that need to be taken. I remain of the view that taking the tough decisions earns trust and respect because decisions are actually taken, and you will not earn trust and respect by avoiding taking the tough decisions. All of this requires the ability to either build teams, if the opportunities are afforded to build teams, or to mold individuals into teams who understand their roles and responsibilities each. Teams work when each member is focused, empowered, energized, and enabled to challenge anybody in the team and to be committed to account for the actions of each individual and the actions of the team. You've sought my views on transformation and empowerment. Again, I reflect on my own journey and recognize the value of giving opportunities to people who may be overlooked. In this regard, I'm very mindful of the role that an individual like Nelson Mandela played in my own development. He gave me opportunities, wouldn't take no for an answer, and I think that I am much the better for it, having been empowered by him. But so we have to create opportunities for people who may be overlooked frequently for reasons of their own personal history, be this race, gender, or geography. That having been recognized, I know that we will advance by our genuine commitment to unearth new pools of talent. The greatest threat to empowerment is the cynical checkbox approach that masquerades as empowerment. My belief in the future of South Africa and my commitment to the country and its people is implacable. My commitment aligns fully with the preamble to our Constitution, which is about healing the divisions of the past and building a society based on democratic values. It is about a focus on a democratic and open society where all are equal before the law. That is something that has been tested certainly in the past 2 weeks or so. Thirdly, to improve the quality of life of all citizens and to free the potential of each person. I know that we need to reaffirm our commitment to these values and to accept that it will not come about simply because we agreed it, between 1994 and 1996 and then wrote it down. What we have to do is to agree that that performance will be measured, and the time frames at which they measured must be agreed to in advance. The starting point will not be as it was in 1994, or even as it was when we adopted the Constitution in 1996. The starting point will not even be as it was in 2012 when we finalized the National Development Plan and placed it before the country for consideration and to drive change for the implementation. Finally, we all need to understand that in society, there's no manager or boss other than the people and the institutions we serve. It matters not whether we are in government or in parliament at national, provincial, or local level. It matters not whether we are in the private sector or NGOs. It matters not whether we are in trade unions. I think that we need to look at ourselves, understand that we have responsibilities to ourselves and to each other. We cannot ever let the side down. We must remain committed to values. And finally, we must never, ever give up on the courage to take the right decisions. Thank you very much again for your consideration and your patience in listening to me this evening.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel. I completely agree with you. Such a young man winning a Lifetime Achiever Award. But that's just testament to the type of work that you do. So this is a very well-deserved award, Mr. Manuel. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the great pleasure in introducing our esteemed panel of judges. These are the people who made all the big decisions. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please put your digital hands together. Help me welcome to the stage CEO of the Institute of Directors, Pami Nathan, and Chairperson of Mpumalanga Tourism and Parks Agency, Tulani Nzima, followed by the CEO of Productivity SA, Mutunye Mutiba. They are not alone, ladies and gentlemen. They are also joined by Katu Ramukumba, Vice Principal of UNISA, and Marlies van der Westhuizen, Chief Executive Officer of Norton Rose Fulbright, as well as Vino Govender, CEO of LA Consulting Engineers, and Ngeba Nzwaiba, Group Human Resources and Transformation Director at Netcare, Victor Sigese, Chief Executive Officer, SNG Grant Thornton. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to judge the finalists for this year's Top Empowerment Awards and diving forward the transformation journey of our great country. We'll be hearing comments and inputs from our judges through the course of this evening, giving some insight into the standard and the entries and the trends in the empowerment space. Here's judge number one, Victor Sigese, CEO of SNG Grant Thornton. Victor.
I agreed to be part of the 2021 Top Empowerment Judging Panel, largely for many reasons. I mean, I've been involved with the competition for a number of years, and I continue to be involved largely because I'm enjoying it, firstly and foremost. But secondly, is it motivates one. It's encouraging to see premiers are doing out there the good work that they're doing.
Thank you, Victor. We'll be hearing from your fellow judges a little later. And now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us move on to the awards. As you know, this event awards companies and individuals for their contribution and commitment to empowerment in Southern Africa. implementation of strategic triple BEE policies, annual revenue implementation of effective internal triple BEE measurement mechanisms, and a number of other business areas specific to each category were all taken into consideration in the selection of tonight's finalists and winners. I hope you are all sitting comfortably in your lounges with your favorite celebratory drink poised to congratulate the finalists and winners. Come to think about it, this is a virtual space, so it's actually a great opportunity for you to let our winners know in person, so to speak, that you are fully behind them, that you are proud of them, and that you really appreciate what they've achieved. Right, so let's hear from our big voice, who the finalists for the 2021 Top Empowerment Company Fast Growth Black-Owned SMME are.
To qualify in this category, organizations must have been operational with a valid BEE certificate for more than 2 years. Entrants need to have demonstrated strong status in all 7 pillars of empowerment as it relates to the triple BEE scorecard. The finalists are Golden Rewards, Maru Corporation, Bokoto Building, and Modern Centric.
And the winner is Bogoto Building. Congratulations to the MD Thandeka Nzama. Thandeka, are you there? Thandeka, we are crossing over live to you. Are you with us? Thandeka Nzama, Managing Director. Are you with us?
Yes, I am.
Oh, there you are, Tan. Hi, how are you? Umuntle jwang o kentse le scarf, umuntle jwang, o kentse le lipstick. Tanda, thank you so much. Congratulations. Well done. Is there anything you'd like to say? You have the platform.
Thank you very much. We at Bokoto Building, we are truly thrilled and elated about this award. This actually, showcases that, our cause with us, trying to empower Black females within the construction sector is actually being heard. And I'm actually so excited that this award will help us propel, our voice, and that, we will continue making sure that females are, they form part of an equitable and inclusive part of the construction sector. So I'd like to really thank the Topco Media Awards and to thank, all our supporters. And what I would like to tell to all of the females that are marginalized, within our construction sector is that we are there. We'll continue using our, our voices to ensure that, females are heard, and that, more than anything, I'm truly, truly honored and excited. Thank you very much.
Phambili Mbokoto Building, phambili. Wathinta umfazi, wathinta Mbokoto. Yes, congratulations, my lady. Well deserved. Mshaleni Zandla, everyone at home, Mshaleni Zandla. You can message her on our digital platform, send her messages of congratulations. Let's celebrate each other. Let's celebrate each other's successes. Thank you so much, my lady. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Top Empowered Company Education and Skills Development Award.
Thanks, Thandeka. You can exit this meeting and join.
Okay, thank you.
This award recognizes intensive leadership and skills programs that support, for example, youth development and promote career awareness for Black employees. Tonight's nominees all delivered effective and sustainable skills development programs underpinned by sound policy and practice. The finalists are Zebo Solutions Group, ProVantage Media Group, Adopt a School, Good Work Foundation, and the University of the Free State.
And the winner is, drum roll please. Let's hear it for ProVantage Media Group. I imagine this is how everyone is clapping and cheering and screaming at home. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our recipient, HR manager, the recipient of this award, Dr. Mzi Deliwe. Dr. Mzi, are you with us? We're just allowing Dr. Mzi to connect with us so that you can see Dr. Mzi, so we can celebrate with Dr. Mzi right now. It could be a data issue. Maybe Dr. Mzi didn't load airtime, so we're just gonna give Dr. Mzi some time. She's coming up right now. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, like I said to you, these things do happen. We are trying to control everything digitally, so everyone is remote. We are broadcasting to people. We are trying to get people to dial in, and obviously, winners don't know that they're about to win. So then they have to, I've just won. Then, they have to put on lipstick, scarf, prep themselves, then log in. It's a whole procedure. So we just ask that you please bear with us. This is their moment to shine. When Dr. Mzi comes on right now, trust me, she's going to be ready for them. All right. So, Dr. I can hear you, Dr. Mzi.
I put my lipstick on, my friend. And secondly, I wish I was a doctor. I'm not a doctor. From ProVantage, we are grateful for this award. When we get involved in sponsoring some of these empowerment initiatives, we do not ask a question. It's in line with our principles and with our values. So without further ado, we're saying for those that have benefited from what we have done, we want to continue doing this. We support these initiatives from our company. We are grateful, we are thankful. Thank you so much. As I said, when we do them, we don't do them to be awarded. We do them because it's the right thing to do. Doing good is good for business. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Mzi. True testament that these days you can be whoever you want to be. From
Yes. I'm not putting a lipstick though. Trust me. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my leader. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the Top Empowerment Company Enterprise and Supply Development Award.
The organizations in this category must demonstrate powerful solutions for growing the South African economy and achieve a return on investment. Our finalists have clearly demonstrated the effectiveness of their programs, both on their suppliers' business success and their own bottom line. The finalists are Discovery, Distel, Honeywell, Merchants SA, MultiChoice, Zebo Solutions Group, Timoloho Executive Group, and Turner and Townsend.
All right, so before we call up the winner for this evening, there is a highly commended in this category that we would like to take the time to recognize. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to take this time to recognize Discovery. All right, and the winner in the Top Empowered Company Enterprise and Supply Development Award is, drum roll please, Merchants SA. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Merchants SA. All right, so right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to cross over to our recipient, Transformation Director. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for, hopefully, we have a doctor this time. Please put your hands together for Dr. Sidwell Shikweni. Dr. Sidwell, do we have you? First question I'm going to ask when we have you is, are you a doctor? Dr. Sidwell.
Wow, what an honor and privilege. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited to be the recipient of this prestigious award on behalf of nations SA in this fullness of time. Indeed, we are transforming. We are making a difference where it matters the most. And this award for me is just but the confirmation, the demonstration, the validation of our relentless efforts in as far as transformation is concerned. And all I can say is thanks to Topco, thanks to everybody, to our team, and to God be the glory.
Yes, amen, amen. And are you a doctor, Dr. Sidwell? I just want to double check.
Of course, yes.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, well deserved. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, next up is the top empowered company, socio-economic. Hey, Junior Sidwell, how are you?
I'm good.
Good to see you, young man. Are you also going to be a doctor when you grow up?
Of course.
Oh, did your dad tell you it takes 7 or 8 or 9 years? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next award, which is the Top Empowerment Company, Socio-Economic. We do apologize for the slight technical delay, ladies and gentlemen. I've lost my auto cue. I'm just waiting for it to come up so we can move up to our next award. Thank you. Socio-Economic Development Award. But, and a big but, ladies and gentlemen.
This award recognizes the organization that has improved the living conditions of disadvantaged and Black communities, with special emphasis on rural development. The award is aimed at companies that move beyond the mere use of funds and their overall knowledge, resources, and reputation to improve the lives of the poor and disadvantaged. The finalists are Adopt a School, AECI, Afri Group Holdings, Afrocentrics, Bonakude, BP South Africa, Coega Development Corporation, Distal, Growth Point Properties, ProVantage Media Group, Springlights Gas, and Watsilla SA.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our winner for today is Growth Point Properties. And they aren't here with us tonight to collect their award, so we will accept it on their behalf. Big congratulations to Growth Point Property. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next award will be for the Entrepreneur of the Year.
The award goes to the individual who has demonstrated excellence and drive in their field of business. The finalists are Tandega Nombanjinji Nzama, Mbokodo Building, Theo Baloyi, Batu, Tegetsang Sibiela, Temoloho Executive Group, Zakele Mkobozi, Modern Centric, and Zanele Lorraine Stole, Immaculate Cleaning.
All right. right, ladies and gentlemen, now the top empowered entrepreneur of the year. Here are your finalists, and the winner is one of them. We don't know which one yet. One of them is a winner. Who do you think it is, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the chat box on the right of your screen. Engage with us. I know Theo took it. Oh, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. And our winner, none other than Sakile Ngozi. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wait for Sakile to come up. I just want to comment on his profile picture that he has on right now, rocking that David Kale suit with the pocket square. Ah, there he is, stylish as ever. Ay, 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 ay. Born, trench coat and a polo neck at home. Ay, with the pomade. Ay, 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 ay. You were ready for this. You knew you were going to win. You can tell. Well done.
Thank God. Thank you, God.
Yes,
Thank you so much.
yes, first and foremost.
Thanks to my mother who did not give up on me. Thanks to my team. Thanks to my mother. Guys, thank you. And thanks to my mentor, Gillian Johnson. Without you, and who I am. Thank you for imparting the skill. And of course, we will not stop.
Yes, we're not stopping. Yes.
Thank you so much, guys.
There's the team. Well done, well deserved. A big congratulations. Yes. And I love what you said. I absolutely love what you said. We are not stopping. Please do not stop. Please keep going. Let this be just a testament of how hard you've worked. This is well deserved. Well done. Keep going, my brother. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, up next, the award that we have up next, ladies and gentlemen, is the Business Leader of the Year. All right.
The award goes to the business person who holds an executive position in a significantly sized organization and whose leadership is the driving force behind transformation in their organization. The finalists in this category have all implemented and lead successful triple BEE strategies in the areas of enterprise development, social economic development, skills development, and employment equity. The finalists are Shemaine Mabuza, Ituba Lottery, Dr. Ayanda Vilagazi, Kowega Development Corporation, Feroza Kasim, Watsila SA, Raksha Naidu, Amis, Rebecca Museke, Liquid Telecom, Sidwell Shikweni, Merchants SA, Taelo Mjabilu, BP South Africa, Theo Baloyi, Batu, and Viwe Mgedezi, Gautrain Management Agency.
And the winner is, ladies and gentlemen, please put your digital hands together for Charmaine Mabuza, Ituba Holdings. Congratulations. Congratulations, Charmaine. Well done. I'm going to hand you over to the group CEO, ladies and gentlemen. Charmaine, how are you feeling?
Firstly, I must say that I can't believe it, but let me take this opportunity. I'm so elated. Thank you. Let me take this opportunity to congratulate all those who were nominated in today's event, and particularly in my category, the amazing leaders and business leaders in their own rights. So well done to you all. But let me also take this opportunity to thank Topco and to thank my family, particularly my husband, who's always with me and gives me the courage to go on, and also my team who are also present here today. Thank you for being with me. This award for me is dedicated to all those businesses that were looted and burnt to ashes today. I think they deserve our attention, in particular for us to stop and just give them a thought. And to the many South Africans today who are sleeping without any food on their tables. And I'm just saying, as business leaders, let's stand up and do something. I'm sure we can do something about this tragedy that has befallen our country. Thank you, and I'm privileged. Thank you. I take this thing very seriously. This is a great honor for me. Thank you.
Great words from a great leader. Well deserved, my lady. Thank you so much for those beautiful words. And to echo Charmaine's sentiment, I think so much can be done. And I think that's what we need to do as an organization, as a people, as a country. I think we need to roll up our sleeves and dedicate this time over the next week to helping those with small businesses clean up and rebuild. All right, so Charmaine, well done. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, remember, you can keep congratulating all of our winners. You can engage with everyone digitally. Leave your comments in the chat box. We do apologize for all the technical glitches that we've experienced throughout the day. Like we said, this is live. You know, we are running digital, and certain things do happen. So we do apologize for that. And I think let's take this time now to congratulate all the winners from our category so far. So to everyone who's won an award, big congratulations to you. Remember to keep those comments coming. We are going to take a bit of a break. When we come back, ladies and gentlemen, more awards. So please, don't touch that dial. We'll see you guys after the break.